Right, okay, so I've got a gig this evening with Jake Loosemore. We're playing at the Firehouse in Exeter, and it's going to be a sort of gig where I don't have to go to front of house. I'm not going to be running the sound. Most of my gigs, I'm running the sound as well. So, yeah, typically I have to worry about a bunch of other things. Today is not one of those days, so what I wanted to try today is the first time that I've actually gone full cable method for a very, very, very long time.
This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses.
So, what's the setup going to be? It's going to be the VHT D50. It's the third time that I've bought this amplifier, but I wanted something that was kind of in that Dumble sort of vein, because I like the sort of Dumble style clean, where it's really clean, and I think I like the Dumble style drive, where it can either be sort of kind of smooth, got a bit of an edge of fuzz, and if you turn the gain up, it's quite this kind of singing mid-heavy kind of tone. So the VHT D50, then that's going into an 80s Mezza Boogie 1x12 open back with an EVM speaker in it. So this is kind of like my go-to speaker cab, because it's heavy for what it is, but kind of lightweight at the same time, if that's possible. So that's kind of the stack. Then I'm going to be foot switching, because it's got the foot switching for both the lead channel, and then you can turn on the preamp bypass. That's the plan with that. And then in the loop, because this was part of my favourite tone that I've had live for many, many years, the Fractal VP4, the way that I'm running this, January sort of thing there, Zen Drive sort of thing here, then like a halo from Andy Wood's kind of settings, so use the expression pedal with that to vary the mix of the delay, and then there's like a random flanger on the end for, you know, funky things. So that's that. It's actually relatively simple for me in terms of a setup. So expression pedal, then I just need to remember to take essentially 4 cables. So I personally have this like color coded, so I can tell which is send and which is return. That's kind of helpful for this sort of gig. I think I used to have a well, I still got it, a Snake somewhere, not a live one, but like a multi-core sort of thing, and that seems like a good idea, but yeah, sometimes things can get a bit confusing. That's going in the back of the cab. Is putting stuff in the back of the cab acceptable? And I need to remember power supply, the VP4, so that's going in the back of the cab as well. Speaker cable going in the back of the cab. The only trouble with this sort of rig is, like, what if the amp goes down. When you kind of go down this route of a 4-cable method route, you're kind of committed to that as a setup. That, I guess, is the plus side with the VP4, is that I can just turn it out of 4-cable method and switch to a preset which isn't 4-cable method, and basically get the same sorts of sounds but into a clean amp. So I'll take my Rift Matchless Lightning clone for a backup, I think. Hopefully it'll be a fun one. Guitar wise, I think I'm going to take the PRS Silver Sky, because I've just got this one back off from my buddy Chris from up the road who was borrowing it. And then I think I'm going to take the less than £8 K-Line Les Paul, because I think this one deserves to see a gig. I will be close to a wall with the headstock, so I just do need to remember to be careful with that. Anyway, that's the rig. Here's some footage. Okay, after going through the, task of setting up a rig 4-cable method again with channel switching and, having a drive on the amp, here in it. I think these are about roughly the settings that I had it on. You see, I had to boost the level of the drive. Other than that, it stayed more or less the same. I didn't know that treble was actually there. I kind of had the question, really, though, was it worth it in the end? Because what I found was it's kind of easier to manage with a volume level. If you're just going straight into the clean channel, then your drive pedals behave predictably, whereas if you're going into the drive channel, sometimes it's way less predictable. And also there's a volume, like each time you add a pedal with a clean channel, you kind of stack in terms of volume as you go in for a solo or whatever. Whereas if you're already on the drive channel, if you add a drive pedal in front, it kind of just doesn't lift anymore. So it's a bit of a task to kind of balance that. And for actually hearing stuff on stage, it wasn't ideal anyway. Last night it was a very small stage. Looking back, in my camera audio, it sounds pretty good. Out of front of house, I think the drive channel on this sounded a little bit bright, which was kind of one of the things where, you set up your clean channel and then you try and compensate with your drive channel. So for me, I think ultimately, I'd be using it as a clean pedal platform, like I guess so many people do with their Dumble style clones, like even Robin Ford. I think it's just a little bit easier. I don't know if any of you guys are still using like your drive channels on your amps, or whether you've abandoned them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know them. But yeah, fun gig. Awesome playing by Jake, Matt and Joe. I let myself down as always, but it was a good laugh to get out of the house for a bit. And I'll catch you in another video soon.
Thank you.